Good morning, y'all. This is your Bubby, and look who I have this morning. This happens to be granddaughter number 6. Remember, I have 7 granddaughters, and I'm going to do them all. And this is granddaughter number 6. We've already done 5, and we've done 7. So this is number 6, right in between. It's Gracie. Say hello, Gracie.
Hi.
This is your Bubby. So we're going to interview her today. So, Gracie, tell us a little bit about yourself. What you're doing with school, your boyfriend, where you live. Just hit it.
So I'm a sophomore at UCF, University of Central Florida, and I'm studying political science with a concentration in intelligence and national security. I'm pre-law right now, so very busy with school, but I love it.
And she's got a hunk of a boyfriend. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's great. His name's
Hi,
Matthew.
Matt.
Hi, Matthew, if you're watching.
I love Matt.
What else?
Well, tell them what you're going to do when you get out of school, what you plan to do with that education you're getting.
Well, I want to go on to law school, and I'm not really 100% sure what exactly kind of law yet, but I'm just...
And what are you leaning towards? What would you say you're leaning towards?
I mean, probably, like, just something where I can, like, help people, like, individually, you know, like, and be, like, a light to, like, people, and, you know, be, like, fighting for, like, what they need and, like, for their justice or
Such a
whatever,
good girl.
but also be, like, you know, have, like, that interpersonal, like, communication with them.
And
So
by the
something like
way,
that.
you guys, these are not, what did we call it? These are not extensions. This is her hair. Look at her hair. And everybody thinks she's got extensions. Okay, now I'm going to ask her the same question I've asked to my other 2 granddaughters that I've interviewed so far. So, Gracie, we know that the young people feel troubled in America today. And so I'm asking them, what would you say is the biggest problem today with the youth in America, or for the youth? What are they feeling? Like, what do they feel?
Well, I think, like, for the past 2 generations, I can't really speak about, like, the Gen Alpha, but definitely my generation, Gen Z, and then the millennials. I think growing up in a world that is, like, secular and increasingly secularized, is kind of, like, the
And by
core-
that you mean?
like, not rooted in faith, like a world where it's about what you want and your kind of, like, desires of that moment are the highest form of authority for you. So, like, not having anything higher to submit to other than, like, the government or, like, in your own sort of what you want.
So you mean godless? You're really saying godless?
Oh, yeah, secular, like, godless.
Yeah.
Like, I think that has been very difficult for my generation and the generation, like, before to grow up in. And that's been kind of, like, a narrative that's been pushed on us as we're young. And also, for my generation, just how, competitive the world has gotten, mainly with, like, just, like, you know, like, globalization, like, technology, like, increasing. Jobs are more competitive now. School is way more competitive, and they're going, okay, well, you know, there's no God, there's nothing higher to live for other than what you want, but also you're gonna live in a really competitive world, and you have to do all of this, otherwise you're not successful, is, like, it's very dehumanizing, and it's very, like, it just makes you sad. Like, there's no way to live like that in a sustainable way. So I do believe that my generation, though, is beginning to rise above that, and there's, like, a huge culture shift happening right now where people
Praise
are returning
God. So glad to hear
the
that.
faith, but also in a very traditional way. Like, I've noticed a lot of my like, friends and, like, people who weren't super into their faith are returning to, like, old school, like, going to, like, Orthodox churches, Catholic churches, Baptist churches, myself included. Like, I've, like, had a big revival in my faith, And I've seen it a lot, and I know it's happening because, like, people are talking about it, and how just people are more open. Like, even for me, like, I've had the privilege to, like, be involved, with my campus ministry stuff, and just, like, people who go evangelizing, or, like, try to get people to go, like, people are so open, and way more than they used to be, to, like, faith and just other ideas. So I've seen, like, a big shift from,
thank God,
okay, we live in, like, a godless world, to, like, wait, no, there's something higher to live for.
yes,
And that,
yes,
because there's a God who has, like, a plan for my life, that makes me want to work hard and to, like, use, like, what I have to succeed, and, like, glorify him. And there's, like, a higher source for, like, success, and it's not just, like, money or, like, whatever you do on earth and then you die. So yeah, like, an eternal
that's
perspective.
so good. You know, you have such a good attitude. I mean, I'm telling you, go ahead and have a swig of that. Her sister just brought her the most beautiful little, look, show him the top of it. Look at this. And she did not bring one for her bubby. No,
She's probably working on it now.
Yeah, but anyway, it's all right, because, oh my gosh. But anyway, because here's looking at you, kiddo. You know, that's my motto. So, but the thing I want to say, Gracie, is you're so right. You know, as you get older, there's no way you can get in college what we learn just from living life, you know. Living life, you see. And so at this point in my life, I'm going, how in the world are these kids getting by without God? Oh my God. It's scary out there. It's scary out there even with God. But when you don't have him, you're right. No wonder these kids they're suicidal, they're depressed, they have anxiety, they have panic attacks. They say so many of them are stressed, you know, and under anxiety. It's because they don't have God. I'm so grateful for someone like you that is young and beautiful and smart and doing well, and then giving this kind of advice to the young people. This is what they need. They need God, you know, Jesus. They need Jesus and God, which, you know, works together. But I'm so grateful to hear that you're different than that. And I want to tell you, you know, I shared this with your sister yesterday, that every era has their form of concern, you know. We had the war. We were war babies. We had depression. We had, you know, we were so poor. But like your dad said, the earth had nutrients then. You know, there was something so nutrient. We could believe everybody. Like, we believed the doctor. We believed our politicians. We believed TV. If we saw it in the newspaper, it had to be true. Today, you guys can't believe anything. How do you feel about that? I mean, like, you can't believe stuff anymore. Isn't that kind of shocking to you?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult, and I think all the more, like, that has caused people to be like, there's some kind of higher truth than just what we see in the news. And I feel like before, like, when we were all, like, trusting, like, the government, or trusting, like, what we read online and stuff, and you don't have a God, like, it's almost like, you know, politics becomes your God in a way, because that's the next highest thing. So I think that attributed to a lot of the divisiveness, and, like, still today, like, the divisiveness, like, in our country.
You and I could go on longer, but look how long we only have. You see this?
Yeah, it's almost a minute left. But yeah, I think it's difficult, and you have to, like, just, like, trust God and his plan, and be able to think for yourself and do your own research.
Yes, good
nowadays.
Good girl. Now, buy my book. This is Bubby. She's very old and she's very smart. She knows what she's talking about, so listen to me. This is my beautiful granddaughter, Gracie Solis, who lives in Florida, and we're running out of time, but we love you. Buy my book, Hidden Treasures in Secret Places. Subscribe and talk to us here. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. And here's looking at you, kiddo.
Here's looking at you.
Give me that drink. Bye.
Bye.